Hey friends, it is Cindy Rowe with the Kindness Advantage, and I have a special treat for you. This is my first episode of 2026 that I am featuring a guest, and it will blow your mind on who I have. So I want to give a huge welcome to Anna from Spread Goodness Day. Hello, Anna.
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
I am so glad you are here. So for the viewers and listeners, I kind of stalked her on Instagram for a bit, and I was like, I love what she's doing, and I commented on one of her posts and said, I think you need to be on my podcast because my people need to know what you're doing. And then we connected, and here she is. So thank you for seeing my stalkerish behavior as a positive.
Oh, yes, finding other people that are doing good things and sharing good things is one of the best things in the world for me. Just flooding my brain with kind people.
Yeah, and it's really cool how we eventually all get connected anyway. And, the energies seem to find each other for those people doing good out in the world. So
Yes.
it was a matter of time.
Yes. And here we are.
Well, I do appreciate your time. And why don't you tell my people who you are, what you're about, and a little bit of your story so they can get to know you a little bit better?
Thank you. And sometimes I don't know what to tell as my story because there's been so many aspects of it that have been meaningful and so large in my life. But from the kindness standpoint, my name is Anna Draveland, and I'm the founder of a nonprofit organization and event called Spread Goodness Day. We celebrate goodness together every year on the second Friday of March. And we say to go all sunshiny, all bright and warm, because we're making the future so bright. You're gonna need shades. So we invite everybody, schools, organizations, community members to spread goodness and celebrate it and go do it deliberately with us on this day in this playful, bright way. And so this March 13th, 2026 will be our 9th annual Spread Goodness Day. And so this was built with the intention of falling in love with volunteering, falling in love with what you can do to spread goodness and feeling that empowerment. So the mission statement of Spread Goodness Day is to empower people worldwide to know they can change the world every single day. Not just celebrating, but we're like the Mother's Day or the Valentine's Day of goodness. And so I can't believe it's been 9 years. And I think, as you know, my nonprofit had my path in the last 9 years has not been a clean, beautiful founder's story of goodness. Having a massive stroke, I had an accident and I fell and I hit my head. And in 2017, my internal carotid artery tore all the way in half.
Oh, goodness.
And I had 2 strokes at once, and it affected 3 lobes of my brain. And so my life changed dramatically just a few weeks after launching this. But the real beauty in all of it for me immediately, and this is moving forward, is at the time of the accident and as my health issues progressed, is I loved volunteering and I loved kindness and I loved this energy and how it made me feel. But it has been an absolute delight to learn that it actually, literally, was healing me. And that's the power I really want to bring to the whole world, is that it's not just about changing the world. It's not just about spreading goodness. It's that we can physically heal our bodies, our minds, and anybody who witnesses it or receives your acts of kindness gets the same chemical health benefits. Like, it's amazing to me that you can do something kind in front of someone and reduce inflammation in their body or somebody standing around. Like, it's just, It makes me feel like the most powerful person in the world to know that I can choose any day, any moment to do something good and know that it's going to go far beyond me opening the door for that person or, or what have you. And I want everybody in the world to feel that. And when we celebrate together, it really rounds it home, the power it all has.
Yeah, there is so much power in kindness, and there is so much like healing power, as you said, like sharing my story that I've shared over and over and over again. But, being in that dark spot 11 years ago and then choosing to do kind acts for my birthday month, and then like stumbling across the research of what kindness actually does and how it lowers your stress and your heart rate and all these things. I was like, that's exactly what happened to me. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't just, ooh, it's good to do things for other people. There was actually physical changing happening within that I had no idea about. And when I found that out is really when I got really excited, because as you said, something simple like opening up a door,
Yes.
the ripple effect of that, not only through other lives, but within our own person and within that person, can be life-changing.
And I want to touch on that we think about the act of kindness, but we often don't think about the secondary impact of the act of kindness. And I'd just like to share an example of a popular idea that's been done on Spread Goodness Day, and it's every kid deserves a birthday bash. And they collect 100 bags that have decorations, cake, frosting, gifts, and they then provide them to Salvation Army, and they distribute them to low-income families. And you think that's wonderful. This kid is going to have a birthday. Oh, that's so powerful. Like this kid gets to have a birthday. Well, one of the organizers bumped into one of the parents who received one of the birthday kits. And the parent said, "Thank you. I couldn't give my kid a birthday." And like my heart just like sunk. And I was like, wait, that parent couldn't give their kid a birthday. And they wanted to. And like, to me, that was more profound than the child having a birthday. Um, of course, it was important, but having that secondary effect on a parent and on a family to make them feel more like a piece of society and have that normalcy and that normal celebration together, that everybody gets, right? So I love knowing that there's always a compounding effect on every kind of thing we do.
Yeah.
Even if we don't have any idea what that's going to look like.
Yeah, in every situation. And I, thank you for sharing that story. It kind of inspired me because I still do my 31 days of kindness every month or every birthday month. And how awesome would it be if I did like a community effort to build these birthday kits and have them done, because it's my birthday that I'm celebrating, but I could help other kids. I had never thought of that. So thank you. Like,
Oh, you're
look at that
welcome.
respect, right? Like you just sharing that story. I'm like, I need to do that this October.
Well, and that's the beautiful thing. It touched you in the way that reaches your heart, and that's the best thing in the world is to watch people spread goodness with their choices and their intentions. We don't tell anybody how to spread goodness on Spread Goodness Day because we want to see what you're going to choose. And if you do it and you choose it and it comes from your own heart and mind, it is more likely you will continue. If you say, what should I do for Spread Goodness Day? And I say, why don't you go and volunteer at the animal shelter? And you're like, I don't really like animals. And then you go do it because that's what I said to do. And then, but you're not going to do it again, and you're not going to feel it. You're not going to get those great benefits because it's not you. So I want people to find that for all of their individual intentions and what's the right word? Everybody has different skills and different personalities to offer to the world, and we all fit in a different way. So I would just love seeing people find their power in kindness and seeing what that looks like when they propel it onto the world.
Yeah. And and I share too, like you can't fit kindness in a box. And what works for me is not going to work for you. And a lot of people that I speak to, they're like, yeah, Cindy, but you're an extrovert. Like I'm an introvert. And some of that stuff that you talk about is really scary to me. Like, I totally understand. And here's some quiet things that you can do that don't make you feel weird in front of strangers, that still have that ripple effect, that still get those things moving within your body that changes things around your world. So, and even just opening up the door, that does not take, you don't have to say anything. And it's funny when you do that, when you're just, as we were talking prior to hitting record, like when you just do it, right? And it just becomes an action, right? And you open up the door and maybe you even just smile, right? You don't even have to say good morning, hello. You just smile. That person that you do that for is usually taken back. Like, what? Like, and then you see, they usually smile and they'll say thank you most often. Not always, so don't be disappointed when they don't. But it's that little shift, and it doesn't take, even an introvert can do that. And when you have that experience and it feels good and you see the reaction, it makes you want to keep doing it. Absolutely. And I travel a lot and I'm in the airport a lot, and I notice people and they're always like, well, if they're not on their phone like this, they're not smiling. They're like, I'm like, hello, are you at the airport to go somewhere fun? 80% of us are traveling for fun. The rest of us have to travel, right? And so I make it a pact, like smile at people.
Did you know that actually smiling at people is a scientific thing? It activates your mirror neurons. So when people see you smile, there's a part of our brain that activates a mirror. That's why when we see somebody crying, we immediately, are you okay? Same thing. We see somebody joyful and happy. Like we often start smiling before we realize it. And even if you don't smile back, a little micro expression smile will kick through and you'll get a little chemical release. Yeah. So I like to joke that by doing these things and spreading goodness, it doesn't have to be, when you say out loud, it doesn't mean that we're recording everything. It just means we're doing it, whatever my words, my brain is slipping, my brain injury. And I lost my thought.
It's okay. Girl, I don't know if you know some of my stories. I've had a brain injury too. I did not endure a double stroke, but I had a TBI, and so I understand.
It's a real interesting ride. I get used to saying I'm sorry and what?
No, like that's life, really, honestly. And I remember when I was recovering and I'm like, I don't remember the words, and people were like, oh, that's just because we're getting older. I was like, well, no, it's not. It's because I have a brain injury and I honestly can't remember the word.
It is different. People I know they're trying to relate, but it is different.
Yeah, or you're in conversation and then it goes. And you're like,
oh yeah, in the middle of a sentence, I'll just.
But yeah, so yeah, I get you, and it's okay. But when I know the other thing that we kind of wanted to touch on is, the empowerment factor of kindness. And I often share a bit of my story about my dad who like is addicted to the news, and I don't watch the news. I don't, because it's all negative, and I don't want to put that negativity in my circle, my world, right? And he's like, how do you not want to know what's happening across the pond, whatever? I'm like, Dad, because I cannot fix what's happening across the pond. But what I can control is what happens in my little circle. So if I know I am doing good and kind, it will have a ripple effect in my circle. And that's where I can have a change. And I don't know if that's kind of the route that you wanted to go on about talking about empowerment, but I think we both understand that our world is so heavy right now, and people are lost and don't think that they have an opportunity to make an impact. So share.
So you said that perfectly. And to go to that, like the news that we're consuming and being exposed to is 99% negative. And there is another scientific aspect of this. It's called negativity bias. And it's a negative story releases 5 times as much dopamine as a positive news story. So just by that natural sentence, we have to consume 5 times as much good just to balance out the brain damage the negativity is doing. So to have this onslaught of bad news all the time, it's literally causing us brain damage and negativity bias. So it is invaluable to, I like to say, you got to create your own clickbait. You got to click on the things you want, say, I'm not interested in these other things. You can be informed and check in with life and check in with news without making just a circular feed of scrolling. Design your news feed for what you need to see for your mental health as well as your knowledge of the world. There's a way to know that's going on and learn without exposing yourself to every moment of it and every bad thing. And that's another reason that empowerment, we have the power to choose what we watch. We have the power to choose what we do. We are empowered to not let this overwhelm seep into our brain and let us convince us it's everything. It's not. It's just the news and dopamine and clickbaits. That's it. They're gonna share what you click on, and it's naturally gonna get clicked on more because of dopamine. So making a decision to spread goodness as well as to expose yourself to goodness. It is not natural for us to seek out and be bombarded with it every day like this. And it's certainly not natural to tell people not to share good news and not to do goodness out loud, because we sure do a lot of bad things out loud. So spreading goodness out loud doesn't mean you're bragging or posturing. You can be incognito. It can be a flower left on a table where nobody sees you. It can come in so many different forms, and you don't have to share the world. You don't have to share it on the internet or take videos for it to be spread and shared and impactful. So don't be intimidated by it. Like, I would invite your audience to just, like, in the moment that wherever they're watching this or listening to it, just take a moment and assess their surroundings and see what's good about it and what they could do to make it better. If there's people around you, even if somebody's cranky or if you're cranky, you can spread goodness when you're cranky by, like, leaving or tipping the waitress appropriately and when you don't want to. So I would challenge us all to find that power for ourselves and choose it every day, what we do and what we consume and what we give power to.
Yeah, I like it. We have a choice. Period. Boop. We have a choice. And and I think when I am having a bad day, if I have a bad day and then I have another bad day, so 2 bad days in a row, that's like my mental cue to like go do a kind act.
Yeah.
Like in like be intentional about it. Like, nope, I've got to do it because it is a mood changer.
To some
And
degree, it's selfish
yeah,
in a
it's
good
actually,
way. I want to
yeah,
make myself feel better. I'm going to go do something good.
and it does really, and as we both know, there's scientific research behind it all that there is what it does to our body, that it does have the healing, that it does boost our serotonin and all those good, wonderful hormones and lowers our stress. And there's so much good in
Makes us
doing
feel
good.
more loving and more loved. What?
Mhm. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, before we wrap things up, I would like to invite you to share a little bit more about Spread Goodness Day and how my friends can get involved and where they can find you. And I'll also put it in the show notes, but I would love for you to share a little bit more about.
Absolutely. So we are coming up on Friday, March 13th, 2026 will be our 9th annual Spread Goodness Day. And we invite anybody, individuals, schools, nonprofits, businesses, to celebrate and spread goodness with us. We invite you to decorate brightly with sunshine and yellow and wear your sunglasses and plan these activities and to be a part of this world-changing movement. And you can do it in whatever, like you said, this is at the end of the day, Spread Goodness Day is about what's natural to you and your community. So I would love to have you with your with schools. We do have a lot of free printable assets on our website, schools and anybody, bookmarks, spread goodness bingo, and little pay it forward cards. So we provide a lot of tools for you to bring it into your community or your job or just your household and do Spread Goodness Day the way that you want to do Spread Goodness Day. They can reach out to us on social media. We're on Spread Goodness Day on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And our website is spreadgoodnessday.com. I would love to hear from anybody who's interested. We have the wonderful Spread Goodness Day apparel on sale on our website. But all you have to really do to participate is do something good that day. Celebrate it, whether it's little or big, or you get your whole town involved. Let's change the world together.
I love it. I love it. So if somebody is like so pumped right now, like they are just cannot wait, but they want to support you and your nonprofit, like what would that look like to you?
To me, if they wanted to support us directly, we do have these sponsors that help us provide a lot of free tools and things for schools. They can reach out to us about participating in general. But really the thing that when I say the thing that helps me the most is people celebrating goodness. If you have questions about how to involve your school or organization, please reach out to us. We have a lot of examples of amazing things, schools especially. It's insane. The schools are insane. We have participation from pre-K all the way to university level, with several of them making it Spread Goodness Week and doing a full week of activities and curriculum. So for me, that's what you can do. You could get involved directly. And then we have ambassadors. We'll send you all of the information we have, our graphics, our marketing, and you just take it and do whatever you want in your town. You can go as little or as big as you want to. And we love seeing that. It's been remarkable to watch it spread, especially throughout the Midwest and beyond.
That's great. Well, thank you again for sharing a bit of your story and how goodness has really helped you, healed you, and how you are transforming our world by just doing good. And I'm grateful that our paths aligned, and we can continue supporting and cheering each other on in the works that we do. So
I'll say thank you for everything you do. And I'm so grateful to be a part of your community.
wonderful. Well, with that, friends, I'm going to wrap up our episode today. I will have all of Anna's details in the show notes so you can connect with her. Again, it is March 13th, so mark your calendars. Try to do something fun and exciting in your community. And I would love for you to comment, like what kind of fun activity you plan on doing for Spread Goodness Day on March 13th. And, if you love this episode, I'm always grateful for you to share it with somebody that needs to hear it. And, give me a 5-star rating. That always helps us get into more people's ears, which is grateful. Thank you again for joining me, Anna. It was a pleasure. And like I end it every week is, together we create waves of strength through kindness. Thank you so much.